Hey everybody, Mark Vogt with VOGTLAND Outdoors. It's one of the perfect days. It looks cloudy out, but that's actually perfect for filming. What we're going to do today is in response to a couple of comments I got from Eclipse and Air Force. I think you guys are out there. You're just picking up the bow that you've had for a while and trying to get back into the sport or just starting. And you're interested in my string walking method and the VOGTLAND shooting method, but I think you need one more review. So today's lesson is going to be shooting at a couple of really common distances with barebow. We're going to shoot at 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters using the VOGTLAND shooting method, using VOGTLAND string walking. I'm going to tell you how to calculate it, but then I'm also going to tell you what the gap should be. And we're going to get started. So let's get down to the 10 meter target. Oh, and by the way, and then we're going to shoot at 100. Okay guys, here we are at 10 meters. VOGTLAND shooting method made up of 5 steps. Step number 1, choose the gap between the nocking point of your arrow and the drawing point of your finger. That gap, measured in finger widths and fractions of fingers, is what actually sets the elevation of the arrow, only it's from the rear instead of from the front. You're walking your fingers along the string walking, to change the elevation from the rear, so that you end up changing the range the arrow shoots. It doesn't look like this when you're firing. When you're firing at a 10 meter target, it looks like this, very straight, okay? Step number 1, choose your gap. For a 10 meter target, I start at 20 meters, 3 fingers. I move down another ½ inch for 10 more meters shorter. That brings the back up even higher, makes it go shorter. That's step number 1. Step 2, draw back under your chin right here. This part of your finger goes right here hard. Nobody can pull it off. Step 3, looks like this. Looks like this from the side. Step 3, with your inside eye, look down the left edge of the bowstring, right over the top of the arrow. Step 4, put the tip of the arrow right smack on your target. Step number 5, make a small motion release, tiny. No big flurry, no nothing. Let's try that method out. For a 10 meter bag, the little blue dot in the middle of there, the little green dot, is going to be, start at 3 fingers is my 20 meter gap, start there. Make an adjustment for the actual range. I need to go 10 meters closer. That's a ½ of a finger wider. Step number 2, draw back under your chin. Step 3, look down the left edge of the string. 4, put the tip of the arrow right smack on the green dot. 5, small motion release. I'm this far away from a bullseye, the height is perfect. Let's go shoot at the next one, which is the 20 meter target right over there. For a 20 meter target, same steps, only when you say choose the gap, step 1, you start with 3 fingers, the 20 meter gap, and since it's already at 20 meters, that's what it's going to look like. Now let's see, here's what your sight picture is going to look like, about like that. I don't have my reading glasses on, so I can't quite see it, but the tip, this tip of the arrow, guys, is right smack on the orange dot. Not above, not below, not right, not left. Right smack on it. That's the beauty of this method. If you're my target, step 1, choose my gap, 3 fingers. Step 2, draw back under my chin. Step 3, look down the left edge of the string with my eye. 4, put the tip of the arrow right smack on the target. This is what it looks like. I pointed right at you, not above, not below, not to your right, to your left. Let's do this one. Step 1, choose my gap. Step 2, draw back under my chin. Step 3, look down the left edge of the string. 4, clear on the target. 5, small motion release. Zoom in on that, guys. Perfect bullseye with this simple 5-step method. Eclipse, Air Force, hope you're watching this. Let's go over to the 30-meter bag. Come on. Actually, let's go walk and look at these really quick. That's a pretty good shot at 10 meters. That's a damn good shot at 20 meters. Nobody's going to complain if that's how you're shooting barebow at 20 meters. Nobody's going to be ridiculing you. What changes about the method? Nothing except the gap. All 5 steps are the same. Only choosing your gap. Wish I could show you guys. Instead of starting with 3 fingers, now you have to compensate for an additional 10 meters of range change and 10 meters longer. The back has to come down so the front goes up, so the arrow goes farther. How do you do that? Shift up half a finger. And if you're anchoring in the same place, if you were to watch this, if you're anchoring in the same place, then by pulling the back down, the arrow goes up and you get a farther distance. So let's try it. There's an orange cross in the middle there, kind of shot up in the middle. Let's try for it. Step number 1, choose your gap. Start with your 20-meter gap, 3 fingers. Compensate, now adjust for the additional change in range. We need to add 10 meters. That's up a half a finger right there. That's where my drawing point is going to be. The sight picture is going to look, let's see where that tip is. The sight picture is going to look about like that. All right, here goes. Step 1, choose your gap. Step 2, draw back under your chin. Step 3, look down the left edge of the string. Step 4, tip of the arrow on the target. Step 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Small motion release. Let's go look at it. The 40. There's my shot at 30 meters. 2 inches to the left, 2 inches to the right of dead center. Anybody got a problem with that at 30 meters? If you picked up a barebow and you shot and you ended up 2 inches to the left of dead center at 30 meters, would you be proud of yourself or would you feel humiliated? You should feel pretty damn satisfied. There's going to be a lot of people that like that. I pulled all 4 arrows and we're going to try the 40 again. That's now set to 40 meters accurately. Okay, our last common distance for hunting, and really it's a long shot. If you're shooting in the woods out here, 40 meters is unheard of. Not because you can't hit a deer at that distance, but you're shooting through wood. Between you and 40 meters to a deer, I promise you there's 7 branches, little bitty twigs, things like that you can't even see, that are somewhere in that arc, somewhere in the path of the arrow that it's going to end up colliding with, and the shot's going to ricochet slightly and you're going to miss. Not because you suck, but because it ricocheted. So you don't even try. All right, here we go. Last effort for the VOGTLAND shooting method. Step 1, choose your gap. Start with 20 and then adjust for the range change. We need to change 20 meters more. So that means the gap needs to get smaller. We go up a half a finger for 10 meters, up another finger for 10 meters. There's my 40-meter gap. Step 2, draw back under the chin. Step 3, look down the left edge of the string. Step 4, put the tip of the arrow on the center of the target. Step 5, on the low side. I'm jiggling and talking. You know what it's like when I shoot. Do it again. Step 1, choose your gap. Step 2, draw back under the chin. Step 3, look down the left side of the string. Step 4, tip of the arrow right at the intersection of the T. Step 5, T, step 5, T, step 5, T, step 5, T, step 5. Oh, nice shot. Let's go look. 2 perfectly decent shots at 40 meters to start. I might make a little adjustment for that wind, so I'm aiming a little higher to lose, so I don't lose the distance, but you see how nice that is. VOGTLAND shooting method, VOGTLAND string walking, very easy to do. What I wanted to do today was to show you a method, Eclipse, Air Force, other guys that are new that are watching the channel, a 5-step method, 5 easy, simple steps to shoot barebow with extremely good accuracy at all of the common distances you would hunt at. 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, 40 meters. Let's go over it again. Step 1, you choose the gap between the nocking point of the arrow and where your index finger is, the drawing point on the bowstring. Step 2, you draw back under your chin right here. Looks like that. Step 3, you line up down the left edge of the bowstring. Bowstring eye right here, looking along there. Step 5, step 4, you put the tip of the arrow right smack on the target. Not above, not below, not to the left, not to the right. Or for you, not to the right, to the left. Step 5, you make a small motion release. Remember, it's the release that introduces error into the shot. So the smaller you make that motion, the less error you introduce into the flight of the arrow. That's it. Let's go. That's it for that one. This is Mark Vogt with VOGTLAND Outdoors. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll see you out there. Cut.